That's how a lot of the greats are, I guess, which I just noticed similar qualities. They're themselves no matter what.
Hi, how you doing? My name's Odox. I'm a musician from the UK. I make videos about creativity, philosophy, music videos. I just make stuff, bro. All that being said, feel free to subscribe. Now let's get into it. How to be original as an artist.
There are no right answers for anything involved in art. We're all trying experiments to find a way. And even for the things that I work on, I don't have a set way that I do anything. I come to every project blank. I believe we know close to nothing about anything. If we embrace that not knowing, we'll have a healthier experience going through life.
If you haven't heard of Rick Rubin, I highly suggest that you go check him out. But taking from what he said, a lot of people, a lot of creatives, struggle with the idea of being brave enough to look wrong and to look stupid. But that's how the best art is made.
I think most people are afraid. They're afraid to do, like, I'm not saying everybody's an artist or creative, but everybody has something that they find joy in figuring it out.
If you hear or see something that isn't there yet or it isn't done, express that. Those are original feelings and thoughts. It might sound trash to start with. I mean, I've made plenty of trash songs and I still go on to make trash songs. But in the knowing that out of 5 trash songs, I might make 1 good song. Then out of 10 good songs, I might make 1 amazing song. Then out of 100 amazing songs, I might make that 1 piece of art that I've always felt like I could have made. And that's why I started making music in the very first place. Now, it's a terribly fearsome to walk down this path that is full of closed doors and failed attempts. And the only thing motivating you to walk further down the path is this feeling that you're getting better with each failed attempt. Now, that's something to hold on to, because failure is a gift if you're willing to learn from it. Be brave enough to fall, because that may give you the key that you need to succeed the next time.
If the idea works on an acoustic guitar, I'm like, ooh, that's an idea. Like, from this point forward, whenever I'll work with anybody, and I've learned it in myself, it's like, we're not going to make loops first. It's just it's a wonderful way to waste time. If you don't go straight to the idea, it's in your mouth, it's in your brain. It's not, and then you do boom, boom.
So we're in process right now, you and I, and you would reach for a guitar as you do right now, and you would sit there and
I'll pick up the guitar.
You pick up the guitar, and your immediate feeling would be to do what?
Well, I don't always do it because it requires a stupid bravery all the time. But you could sit here all day. You can go, okay, maybe that's something. But if you don't go, sunlight's beating on the corners of the walls, and I'm a Mr. Know-It-All. Heaven calls, get yourself right now. If you're not Ouija boarding immediately, you're wasting time.
He talked on being a Ouija board. It's something that you hear a lot of great artists talk about. This idea that the words or the music is coming from elsewhere, almost like they're channeling it. That there's a frequency and they've turned their body into a radio and they've tuned into the frequency and they're holding that frequency just long enough to get the song out. Kendrick Lamar has a lyric about it in I think it's Rich Spirit, where he says, "Spirit medium, I don't rap." To those that this is a new idea for, a comparable thing is the idea of going into flow state. If you've ever played sports or if you've ever been playing video games, you suddenly let go. And it's almost this out-of-body experience where you're watching yourself perform the best that you've ever performed. It's this idea that you can get out of your own way and let intuition take over. Same when it comes to music. It's this idea that you can tune into something or almost tune out of yourself and begin to write lyrics that you've never thought to write, or begin to play your instrument in the way that you've never thought to play it, or begin to paint something that you've never thought to paint. But you get out of your own way and you tune in and you just let it happen.
I feel like I'm clear. I write best in the morning. I wrote 3005 in the morning.
Really?
Like, and all the good songs, I feel like all the songs where I'm like, how did I even come up with that? Were just like probably like remnants from dreams or something.
Why do you think? Is it because you told me that you
Because you're closer to not being like, I don't know, like not feeling the pressure of everything. I feel like when you first wake up, like you're still close to like who you really are.
It's about getting out of your own way, silencing the pressure of the world and the constant chatter and the constant distractions. Whatever isn't you and whatever doesn't vibrate with you, let go of it, if for only a moment, to express something that is truly you. And like I touched on before, that's the scary part. For most people, to create something so authentic to yourself that you feel naked when people see it or hear it. It's a vulnerability unlike any other. Knowing that people may laugh and people may call it bad, but it's a part of you. It's terrifying. But the power in that is that you were able to express something and create something that is truly you. You are brave enough to try it, and a lot of people aren't. And if you keep trying and keep listening to that original voice inside of your head, eventually you'll get better at hearing and translating it until the work starts to resonate with more and more people. Because somewhere inside of them, they've felt the same things. Maybe they've never had the words to express it. Or maybe it's the thing that we're all just the same person living different lives. I don't know. But either way, you've given them those words to now understand those feelings. Or better yet, you've become a vessel for those words to come through.
I think although great new ideas are usually articulated by individuals, they're nearly always generated by communities. And I think what I see as the waste is the waste that we make of that possibility of cooperative intelligence. Being an artist, you hear a lot of talk about genius, which is the process of singling out certain people in art history and saying those were the important ones, you know, Picasso, Rembrandt, Shostakovich, whatever. Whenever you look at any of those artists, you find that they lived and drew from a very, very active, flourishing cultural scene. And they were only one of the elements in that scene. All these people who are called genius actually sat in the middle of something that I call scenius. S-C-E-N-I-U-S. So just as genius is the creative intelligence of an individual, scenius is the creative intelligence of a community.
Don't ignore what is going on around you, because around you is the collective consciousness. Learn from it and take from it and mix it in with your own authenticity. Everything is a recipe when it comes to creativity, or even when it comes to building something. Everything is down to a recipe. Whether that's building a building, or whether that's making a song, or whether that's making a painting, you're taking pieces and you're creating something. If you change one of the individual pieces, you're going to change the actual creation. Same thing with making a cake. So given that everything is a recipe, maybe the world is just waiting for your take on that recipe. Maybe the world is just waiting for this new genre, but with your voice on it. Or maybe it's the way that you can hear what a beat is calling for if you're a DJ. Or maybe it's the way that you can see how two colors would work incredibly well if you're a painter. But you don't see it demonstrated to you in the collective consciousness yet. Take that and make something with it, because you might be the missing ingredient that helps to push art forward. Art is a living, breathing thing, and it grows with all of us doing our part, pushing the boundaries, learning from each other, bouncing ideas. Now, not to say that you need a lot of people around you to do this, but what you do need to do is immerse yourself in creativity. You need to listen to music, you need to look at art, you need to study and understand why things work and how things work. You know, go to some galleries, Listen to albums from the start to the finish. And most importantly, don't let your ego get in the way. Don't think that you know it all. Or don't think that someone else is doing it wrong. They're just doing their take on it. And it's time for you to do your take on it. Ego can be something that stops you from progressing if you're not careful. It can tell you that what you're doing is right, and that's it. There's no room for you to grow. So listen and watch and see where it is that you can take new things. Tune into the frequency I tried to describe earlier. Become a spirit medium for art. Given that, know you still have to be yourself no matter what.
People want something to believe in, and it could either be positive or negative, but it's just how you carry yourself. If you carry yourself as if, if you carry yourself like, just with those leader qualities, like, I don't need to listen to anyone. I'm going to do this. I believe it. Some people will be like, oh, shit, I guess.
Yeah. Well,
I
guess I don't have to be a part of this box.
And that's how a lot of the greats are, I guess, which I just noticed similar qualities. They're themselves no matter what.
The beauty of creatives and humans in general, or life in general, if I'm being real, is that we're all different people. We all come from different walks of life. We've all had different experiences that color our perception, and that goes on to color our expression. So let creativity shine through you, and know that if you are truly you, no one will be able to make what you've made, because you are you and no one else is. Oh, thank you for watching. Like I said, my name's Odox. If you enjoyed the video, check out my music. There'll be links. And lastly, good luck with creating. Oh yeah. I'm gonna become the biggest artist out of the UK. I promise you that. Peace.